Well, this is going to be an impromptu one. Got back from Powercon. Got a bunch of stuff. Got a haul. First off, I want to say that I'm glad to have met a lot of the people that I met there. I ran into, of course, the YouTubers, the cosplayers, and all of the above again this year. Thanks for being cool. The Foosh guys, Robo, Veebs, Shartimus Prime, Dan Larson, and the like. Everybody's cool. Pixel Dan, just put a picture of my cosplay up. I had 3 cosplays this year. I was Mondo, Prince Adam, and Macho Man at Arms, as well as Duncan Donuts. And that being Duncan. It's a thing with Man at Arms being named Duncan. So check that out. It was definitely a great event, but this is all about my haul. And on the way to PowerCon, I found this. This is Monks. It is one of the few of the tinier, I guess these are 4-inch line of Fortnite figures I was looking to get. Good old Jazzwares. So I'm very excited that I managed to find one in the wild and did not have to pay crazy eBay prices. So Monks is definitely one that I wanted. Actually, it's funny, I missed out on Steel City Con because I was at PowerCon at a booth. I made a pretty good sales. I kind of wish I'd have sold a little more, but Saturday was real bad. So I don't know what was going on. I think people just expected Saturday to be bad and didn't show up, because Friday was great, and then Sunday I sold more than I did Friday or Saturday together. So it makes no sense what was going on at PowerCon this year. I didn't sell last year, so I couldn't tell you what was going on there. But yeah, let's see what else I got. This was in the mail when I got there, so this one not quite a PowerCon grab, but it was in the mail, so that was pretty cool. Oh, and on the way back, I found this guy. So we're going PowerCon adjacent. If it wasn't for, I've actually seen that before, but I randomly was just like, I'm buying it. Right before I left, I picked this up. This is the Slash. Get this out of the box. I'm not keeping the box anyway, so. But yeah, there. It was already opened. Well, this much open, but there's Slash. I'll do a full review of that. Ignore this. This doesn't exist. I'm hoping I actually have everything that I got there, because I do have some, nothing in that bag. I think this was the bulk of it. So we're gonna move Slash over and move all these customs things that I don't need to be working on. Oh yeah, here we go. So I did a trade with Veebs. Hope he cares. I don't know if he cares that I tell this, but I traded him a Moss Man for a Duplico. I don't care that it was less money. This thing's impossible to find. Also got the Valiverse Swarm Horde exclusive. I did get a Street Humans shirt, but that is currently in the wash. I got Shartimus Prime sticker, which that'll go on my other thing. Legends of Dragonord keep giving me stickers, so I have like 50 stickers. Unfortunately, the Fwoosh skeleton was not there. Another thing, but they did give me these in case I wanted them for some reason. Kind of weird. Whatever. I did get Action Force Covert Ops Condor. He's the only character that I've actually taken out of the case. Let's see what he looks like here, because that box was like the lamest box, but I don't care. It was a mail-away figure. I almost wish that they had just shipped it like an old mail-away did, but whatever. He has multiple hands and stuff as well, but there's Covert Ops Condor. I have to find it still. In one of these boxes, I have my Bendy from my Major Bendy Spencer Powers from Pixel Dan. He signed that for me. I got this from a t-shirt vendor. Pretty cool Ohio Autobot symbol. And then they had a scavenger hunt, and I only got 2 of them. I got the Man-at-Arms and Beast Man. It was like $1 a pop, and I just, honestly, I would have done more at the convention, but I just did not have the time to do so. It stinks, but whatever. Oh, here's old Pixel Dan. I tried to get him in a better thing, because this thing is scratching real easy, so I might have to put something over it. But there's the signed Pixel Dan Major Bendies. Been following Pixel Dan for a while. I didn't follow his YouTube on enough, but like on old He-Man.org, used to follow him a lot. Got this, which I'm just gonna start moving stuff out of the way. I'm gonna do individual videos for all of these. This is just a haul video, I guess. Look, I did get the Demestruce. I was excited about this. Very cool. And then I got this, which is the most powerful stand in the universe. This is from Ramen Toy. Met Ace from Ramen Toy. He's a class act. No matter what anyone says about him and his IP infringement stuff. You know what? If no one's going to make it, and you ask for the IP and you don't get it, screw off. That's pretty much how I put it. I'm doing some, not really IP infringement, but some almost public domain stuff. So we're all in that round. My issue is more so like Dinosaurs and stuff. They don't make anything for it, or they're not planning to. So who cares? Now, certain stuff I do get. Some stuff rides the line. I did pre-order the Marshall. They had Marshall Bravestar available for pre-order for $80 shipped. That hit the spot. I figured $60 plus 20 shipping justified itself right there. Where I think it's going to be like $100 plus shipping later on. So yeah, I'm going to put this case together here. And this will be, this is the clear most powerful stand in the universe. Mine did not have the pegs, and I looked everywhere. He said this was being a little bag, so I mentioned it, and he walked by my booth later and gave me one. So thank you, Ace. Class act, no matter what anyone says. So now I'm gonna have to hunt down the other 3 cases because I actually kind of like this. This is kind of nice. I want to have like one of each of these so that I can have new figures on display in the background of this. I have an idea for him actually too, for another stand idea. This was only $12. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So next Powercon, plan to see me there. I couldn't afford to do the prepay thing that they do this time. I needed to put this money towards actually making my toy business. So I'm trying to do that toy business soon. I currently have some money. We're not going to go over how much, but currently have some money set aside for that, and I will be purchasing a website and putting a couple trademarks through, hopefully. Trademarks are expensive, by the way. Like ridiculously expensive. So I did a GoFundMe. I can list that below here in case anybody cares. The GoFundMe's still up and it's still applicable until I launch the Kickstarter. Then we're done. But essentially, I think it was like 20 or 30 bucks. If you gave 20 or 30 bucks now, you are guaranteed one of three things: a test shot, a personalized figure, or just a bunch of weapons if you want them. Because we're going to be doing some weapons packs and a couple other things. So we'll figure that out. But the $30 now is more of a pay forward, not a promise for something. So make sure you use the same email and name, and then tell me in the Kickstarter, hey, I backed it. So it does take two things in two different sites. It's kind of weird. Only like one person's done it yet. But when I do the test prints for the figures, I'm going to save them, package them like they're a normal figure, but have a special test print background, and then call it like 1 out of whatever, 10 probably, test prints, and then you get that as well as whatever you back on Kickstarter. So it's kind of like a thank you for having your having faith in me. And then I also said the more you give, the more I give back. So that kind of makes sense. So I'll list that GoFundMe below. Also, thanks to everyone who gave me some money for my boots. I think I only got like 20 or 30 bucks, but that helped because then I got them for my Dunkin' Donuts cosplay. I completely forgot to order those and had no money on Monday, and they showed up on Wednesday, so made it right before the con. It was a great convention. Powercon, Val, who runs Powercon, thanks for doing it. Thanks for bringing it to Ohio so that people who don't want to go to California every year can do that. It is also now, it's turning very much into more of a toy show, less than a Masters of the Universe show, which is good. But what I will say is I have some critiques. And this is kind of like an overall, let me move that over. I do have some critiques, one of which is, hey, there's my Dunkin' Donuts thing. One of which is that the Glios alley, they had a whole alley of Glios stuff, was right next to, it was in the back corner. I think that should be one solid aisle. I also think that they need to work on how many non-toy vendors are there. Now, I think they didn't open any up until at the very end, but there was a lot of t-shirts that were there were a couple things that were just like, what is this? I think that they need to work on that. That's about it. I mean, the Glios alley was like a whole like roundabout, and there was a lot of space in the middle. It just seemed like wasted space. I also feel like all of the regular vendors that, like me, I'm just like I'm selling my collection kind of deal, were kind of sporadically thrown about, and I feel like they should have been. And this is me. I get that there's companies that have stores that are there, and they probably paid probably the same as I did for a corner booth. Prioritize us a little bit, because you walk in and Eternia Dreams is right when you walk in, and everything they have is good, but it kind of blows it. Like, because I had like numerous people walk up and say that was the first booth they went to. They bought everything that I had and spent about $40 more per item. Like, I had Staction figures there for real cheap prices, and these people were like, no, I want to spend $300 for that. Like, whatever. It's just a critique. I don't know if anyone else has the same mentality towards that. Here, we'll put Duplico up there. It looks a little more interesting. So yeah, that would be my only real critique, is that things were kind of sporadic after a minute. And I think, I mean, maybe charge more for the booths that are up front. Maybe have it where aisles work a little differently. They had the Mythic Legions, you have to run all the way to the back of the place to get it. Maybe we should do that a little different too. I think that having them maybe in the back right corner and then they wrap around might work a little better, because there was long lines and I think they were actually going outside of the place. So that kind of stinks. That, and they all run past all of the other vendors and go straight to Mythic Legions. And I get it that it's a big draw. It just kind of stinks when you're like expecting someone to walk by and they're like, oh, I guess they don't care about any of my garbage. I do also want to thank 2 of my friends. You will go unnamed as I have not gotten permission. But actually, a couple of my cousins. Over the years, I've been gifted many a toy and had no idea what to do with those toys. And recently I posted, I'm going to Powercon, and they said, hey, you want some toys? So I picked the things I wanted out and I sold the rest, and that really helped. Actually, that probably helped more than I thought it would, because it was rough the whole weekend. Like, but I had a bunch of guys who just came up and were like, I'll buy this whole box. You know, they just buy like 20 of the same thing for $1, and then they're out. Like, there are other vendors that came over and bought stuff. I kind of got lucky at the very end, and I had a vendor walk up and he's like, I'm thinking about buying that. And I was like, we're making a deal. We made that deal. And he's like, what about that? I'm like, it's yours, all of it. Just go. I want rid of it. I don't have enough space. I took 2 trips there and 1 trip back, and the 1 trip there was like all cosplay stuff. So I ended up having more stuff than I wanted to. And I want to thank everyone who followed me and tagged me in social media. That was real cool. I don't have much else to say. I loved PowerCon. I will probably, I'll be there next year, let's be honest. Next year, I'm making the hard promise to myself and you guys that I am going to have my toy line done by then, possibly for sale. So I'm working on trying to get some American distributors, maybe not even distributors, just someone who can make it for me. For the most part, I can handle painting a few things and packaging them myself, because guess what? I don't like the idea of shipping stuff from China and taking forever. I just don't. There's no reason why when there's injection mold places in the United States. That being said, whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm Alpha Magnus, and these are toys.